It's a whole lot of mighty shit going on. Shout out to all them Vice Lords across, especially my boy King Town and Lord D2. Yeah. V-I-C-E-L-O-R-D, V-I-C-E-L-O-R. Yes, mighty. Put that on the fire. 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 Look at it. V-I-C-E-L-O-R-D, V-I-C-E-L-O-R. Yes, mighty. Put that on the fire. 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 Look at it. M-I-C-I do a conservative traveler now. We all use mighty. I roll with my brothers, I never deny. You fall with them flowers, somebody gon' die. I come as I am, forever remain. I'm fly till I die, that ain't never gon' change. Brain in rotation, this type of a change. Shout out little boy, free on matter, the love to the king. I'm pushing your dream, I was born for this, I was made for this. And I put it on the fire, and you beat it going live. I be throwing up the fire. My brother slide, I'm slide. And I put it on the fire. Fuck a hater, crucified. You cannot see without the eye. 22 to the day that I die. I'm Vice Lord like I'm Charlie Mack. I can go to the soul, nigga, that's a fact. Yo, V-I-C-E-L-O-R-D, V-I-C-E-L-O-R. Yes, mighty. Put that on the fire. 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 Look at it. V-I-C-E-L-O-R-D, V-I-C-E-L-O-R. Yes, mighty. Put that on the fire. 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 Look at it.
But there is sacrifices that will have to be made. You understand? I might very well lose my life because I'm sick of it too. And this is one of the reasons that we're doing the things that we're doing here today and trying to create.
V-I-C-E-L-O-R-D, V-I-C-E-L-O-R. Yes, mighty. Put that on the fire. 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 Look at it.
You are live.
Man, peace and blessings to the multitude. Peace and blessings to the multitude is almighty, man. I hope everybody is doing well on this blessed, holy, and divine day that Allah has given us, man. Man, I gotta say, man, that song that get me so comfortable. Y'all don't know, man. It's like that should be like a Vice Lord anthem or something, man. That song never goes so easy, man. For real, it's up. But man, we here today, man. Forgot what show this is. I forgot what episode it is. What we on, like the 5th episode? I think it's the 5th episode right here, man. Of the Golden Star podcast, man. Just me, the brother Kent Aside, Fedara tribe member. You know, and I got to send another shout out to my brother Buck. You know, free my brother. You know, he's not with us. He can't hold it down with us tonight, as well as my brother Jafar. You know, because they like behind enemy lines. You know what I'm saying? You know how things go when they there. But I want to give a shout out to those brothers. You know, they never forgotten about us. Truly almighty, it's truly all well. Some other co-hosts is there. How y'all brothers doing, man? It's almighty. Where y'all at, man? Y'all there? What's good? What's good? They probably got their phones muted. Lane C, where you at, Lord? Brother on side. Oh, peace and love, beloved. I'm on here. Yeah, almighty. Yeah. And beloved, mighty. Truly. Today we gonna talk about prison reform and criminal justice and some of the things that ones go through behind the enemy line. You know, for those that don't know, the Vice Lord Nation was founded, you know, behind the wall. You know, some little young teenagers had founded it in a juvenile detention center in St. Charles, Illinois. It was mandatory, and it just spread to be what it is today. That was in 1958, you know, and it just became what it is. You know, so it's like now it's gotten so big to the point, you know, it's many different fractions, many different philosophies and all kind of different things, different chapters and everything spread out through all over the world. You know, and as time progressed, we end up getting caught in some things. Well, I'm not gonna say we, because it's not everybody. But it was small fractions here or there that has gotten caught up in certain things, and based off the fact of one's standing on nation buildings and being an independent nation and so on and so forth. You know, it's like we tend to get kind of targeted by the government and many other entities. So as time developed, you know, I'm gonna just say, as speaking about prison reform, as our leaders in the 60s and the 70s, you know, because we got brothers like Bobby Gore, we got brothers like Big Al, brothers like Benny Lee, and a lot of our original members, a lot of our original founding members, you know, all of them did time basically. You know, a lot of them was in and out of prison for many diverse reasons, you know. But as the late 80s rolled in and the 90s ended up rolling in, you know, the charges began to change and modify. You know, in the 70s it was a federal indictment. It was a federal thing that they got brought up to bring down the mob, which they call the RICO Act. You know, Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organizations Act. And the whole drawing was to knock down, to bring down the whole mob. Those who don't know, the mob, I'm talking about the mafia, the Costa Nostra. I'm talking about them Italians and what they were doing. Okay, to bring them down, they had to create a whole nother drawing. So as they brought in the RICO Act, they basically, you know, they kicked the mob in the ass, man. I'm just being all the way 1,000. They kicked the mob in the ass, and the mob was very powerful. They had a lot of different things going on. I'm talking about million dollar plays these guys was running, and this was back in the 70s and things of that nature there. You know, so as the 80s and the 90s rolled in, you know, the crack epidemic came in. And as the crack epidemic came in, you know, different forms of leadership ended up taking over. You know, well, I ain't gonna just say taking over, but we had many different forms of leaders step up back then. And a lot of those leaders did some crazy things, and a lot of the crazy things that they did, you know, the government ended up trying to target everyone for that. So, with that being said, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the first federal case that I know of dealing with Vice Lord, to my understanding, was I think it was Weasel Sims, Oklahoma Hustler. Weasel Sims. It was in 88, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. And I believe like the next one was probably Hanif with the Undertakers. But with that, I'm not just speaking about the leadership, because as I told you all, you know, the RICO Act was not just here to just take down just the leaders. You know, the RICO Act was put in place to take down the whole mob. You feel what I'm saying? So as ones began to target certain leaders, they was actually trying to take down their whole organization. You know, so as they got Weasel, they ended up getting a whole lot of other, you know, a lot of his family members. I'm not sure how many actually went down with the case with Weasel. With the Undertakers, it was like 21 Undertaker Vice Lords ended up going down with Hanif. And then, you know, so my main thing that I wanted to touch base on dealing with that was how, man, the feds will kind of target us. And if we don't pay attention to the things that we're doing and the things that we are connected to, you know, you'll become one of that 21. You feel what I'm saying? I could go on with, you know, with other various federal conspiracies, you know, leading from like I said, from the 80s all the way till if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Tennessee, where they just did a federal indictment with a bunch of travelers in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like, what, last week, 2 weeks ago, or something like that. And when I say they hitting dudes, I'm talking about man, 5 to 10. In some cases, they done took down 50 to 60 representatives inside of these operations, and don't nobody ever speak about these 50, 60 representatives. They just speak about the leadership. You see what I'm saying? But I want brothers to think about all of these members that get caught up, and a lot of them get caught up in things just like with that rapper. What that rapper name is, they get caught up with Gunna. You know, just being a part of the record label. He just a part of the record label. He ain't, you know, identified in nothing but being a part of the record label, and he get caught up in it. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to speak my piece on that, you know, and let that marinate. And I wanted to see what the rest of the brothers, you know, the rest of my co-hosts and everything is thinking, and what they wanted to draw on with that. And I also want y'all to, you know, if y'all want to call in, y'all call in. The line, the number is on the flyer. You know, I'm sure that some of y'all are watching. We going live in many different places, but, you know, comment. I want y'all to comment. I want y'all to call in. I want y'all to get more involved. I want y'all to ask questions, you know, because that's the only way that we can learn, and that's the only way that we can teach. But with that being said, man, almighty to the body, man. Anybody else, man? Almighty, any other one of y'all brothers want to draw on? Aside, I ain't seeing y'all. I just feel it's very important. You know, y'all brothers just get in when you whenever you unmute your phone or whatever. I don't want to be the only one that just them on. You know what I'm saying? But I just want everybody to be able to start identifying, you know, the type of drawings that we are part of. You feel what I'm saying? Paying close attention to your leadership, you know, because a lot of the stuff that is going down for, you know, it's not mighty, bro. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that we have going on is not mighty, and it's gonna take some of us righteous representatives to be able to step up and speak. And when you speak through, you know, the language of Lordism, to be able to correct ones when they're wrong. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you a 555-star dude. You did what I'm saying? If you're wrong, one should be able to be corrected. You feel what I'm saying? Because especially if you're a leader, then you're leading a multitude. And if that multitude go down, think about what I'm saying. I really want y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back to the Mafias. Okay, the Mafias, we got Operation Day Trade. That was in October of 2004 where they hit Muhammad. And a lot of people they speak about KT, but they don't speak about it was 56 other Mafia insane that went down with them. You see what I'm saying? That people don't speak about those other ones. Or let's just say Operation Street Sweeper with the fold with Ray Longstreet in the fold. That was May of 2005. It was 34 folk-color hustlers that got caught up in there. They don't mention them 34. Okay, we keep on to Operation Capitol Hill with Shaky Sean now. Man, it was 55 body snatchers that ended up going down in there. That was February of 2010. You know, or let's go to the Dubs, 2016. It was 33 Dubs that went down with Nate. You see what I'm saying? Undertaker, like I said, it was 21 Undertakers went down in 94. It was 27 conservatives that went down in 2014. You see what I'm saying? So add these numbers up, y'all. You see what I'm saying? We gotta add these numbers up and actually understand that, man. And this is just a few. This is just 6 operations I named. That's 56 members, 21 members, 27 members. You feel what I'm saying? And I stopped it. That stopped at 2014. I ain't even mention the ones that got hit last week, or about our brothers that got hit in Detroit, or about a few more operations. How a lot of our members that got caught up in things a lot of times that ones don't even know about. And it's like if we don't pay attention to where we slip, we'll mess around and slip again. You see what I'm saying? And we also have to understand what makes things a conspiracy. Only thing they got to do is prove your membership. Prove your membership, your leadership, connect you with a couple of individuals, and man, you hit. So it's like we have to do our representation diligently and righteously to be out here in this community, letting these people see what we really are standing for and what we really are doing. Instead of a lot of these brothers that be getting inside these groups just twitching their fingers up, pushing their head this way and that way, you know what I'm saying? Getting on social media, hashtag and this and hashtag and that, and a lot of time brothers and sisters not even pulling up action like, hey bro, what that man? Say bro, you understand what you're saying right now? Do you understand what you're doing? It has become too easy. You feel what I'm saying? And when it becomes easy, it's easy for ones to infiltrate. It's easy for ones to infiltrate, and that's the same way they did away with the mob. That's the same way that they did away with the Panthers. You feel what I'm saying? So we can continue on. We can continue on acting like, you know, them numbers and them statistics and stuff that I just mentioned ain't nothing. But hey, that's some serious shit. Y'all brothers agree? That's some serious shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Maria, can any of y'all see what anybody commented?
Yeah. So someone said, let me show it. It says 14 alleged traveling Vice Lord gang members indicted on federal racketeering charges. In Memphis, Tennessee, a federal grand jury has indicted 14 alleged members and associates of the traveling Vice Lord Junkyard Dogs, a criminal organization whose members and associates engaged in a racketeering conspiracy involving acts of murder, attempted murder, and drug trafficking. According to the indictment, the TVL Junkyard Dog is a violent criminal street gang.
See what's so serious about this, man, the feds will actually try to classify all of them like that. You see what I'm saying? They will control the narrative to classify everybody in that same fashion, and that's improper. You see what I'm saying? So if it ain't some righteous brothers and sisters to step up and clean this up and to speak on this and clear this person's name and to speak about the good, how many? It ain't many. You don't see too much of the good stuff that Vice Lords do out there. You do with certain people. But when I'm speaking as a whole, you feel what I'm saying? And I don't want to get off the topic because what we're talking about is prison reform. But that's the way that a lot of guys end up becoming, you know, convicts. You know, and once you become a convict, you know, according to the 13th Amendment, you're a slave. You see what I'm saying? So once you become a slave beside these things, you can imagine all of the oppression and things that we go through. Imagine all of the oppression that we go through inside these walls once we get here. Talking about the food. I'm talking about the way that the administration will talk to you or deal with you. I'm talking about the way that the communication with your family. I'm talking about the psychological strain. You know, so we got all of these different things that goes on, and any of the brothers that's online with me, y'all please, I'll just, feel free to get in. Feel free to get in at any time. But the whole thing is, once guys get incarcerated, they go through so much. And then not even just that, man, not even do the fact that they just go through so much, but it's the thing that, man, you can't even demonstrate the way that you would like to demonstrate because you targeted. Just like you targeted in the world, you targeted in here. You feel what I'm saying? I done seen guys, man, I done seen guys go through so much. And some could be standing on righteous. It's just the namesake that you're standing on. It's just the fact that I choose to be a vice lord and he chooses to be a mason. Or whatever the case may be. So it's like a lot of stuff is difficult, man, and we gotta understand the greatest picture of all. You feel what I'm saying? And that's standing for what's right and doing what's right. Because if you don't, you'll get caught up in something. I don't understand how a person could say that they love being this, but they not striving to learn everything that they need to learn or striving to do everything that they need to do to keep it pure. If today is so holy and divine, why are you doing some impure shit today? You know what I'm saying? You tell me holy and divine, but you doing some stuff, you ain't got no business to do. So, I'm just saying, man. I'm just doing my best to understand a few things, man. Prison reform. Being that we have so many members on the inside, it's like I feel that programs should be set up. Programs, forms of advocacy should be established because some of them in for some dumb shit. That's true. You have some that's not, and it's like sometimes prison reform goes in many ways. So a lot of times it starts before they even get there. Like I was telling my sister the other day, with her being a school teacher, I was telling her, prison reform starts in their classroom where you at. Because it prevents that child from even coming to these certain spots. You guys get what I'm saying? Y'all brothers want to get in? I wonder if we had anybody on the line. For anybody that was watching, man, y'all if y'all see the number that's on the flyer, you could call in. And you can ask a question, comment. You can dialogue with us back and forth a bit. You know what I'm saying? I know the couple of callers that we had on the line, they had some things. They was kind of busy here and there. You know what I'm saying? But our whole thing is prison reform is serious. Like what that brother had just read that about them what happened in Tennessee. That just happened, man. That was like last week before last, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And the feds, they steady getting us. They steady getting us, man. And it's like I don't understand. When I was just kind of getting wrong, and God has, it was some stuff. There was a lot of stuff that was being did that didn't have to be did and shouldn't have been did, but they still was educating us. They still was educating us, and when I say educating us, it was educating us about certain things dealing with the street. Even when we was out there hustling, they was teaching us certain things, you know, to better what we were doing to keep us from getting caught. I don't understand what half of this generation is doing these days, man. When it comes down to, man, a lot of the stuff, man, you know, and you know, the music, a lot of the music, I just seen some of these rappers, man, I'm talking about, they'll go do a drive-by, shoot a whole crib up. You go make a song and tell everything they did. Like, go tell everything they did in the song. You know what I'm saying? And the person who just got shot up, if he lives, he'll do the same thing. He'll talk about how he about to slide, mess around and tell you the same day. Give you his location and everything. You feel what I'm saying? This is what's going on with the generation, and it's like we're falling victim. We're falling victim to this type of stuff. You know, the industry is they're getting rich off of it. You know, you got guys out there, Honeycomb Braves just went down. He got man Rob was out there. I mean, bro was out there thugging, living like he ain't had, living like he just jumped off the porch. He was out there thugging for real, you know. Till he got he got his grandparents killed. Then right behind that, he go right back to prison. You know, Finesse done did the same thing, but he just got out. You know, and the thing is, you know, the industry is banking on us to make this music. By the time you go behind the walls, man, you there. It's only so much royalties and different things that you can. I mean, they make more money off you dead or in prison, cause they ain't gotta put no more money up for you. You feel what I'm saying? For the tours and all of them different things. But really, we got anybody on the on the comment?
We got kind of the same type of comment. Let me read it to you. It says, says Monday, November 1st, 2021, leaders of violent Chicago street gang and several members and associates charged in federal racketeering indictment. Charges allege nearly 40 murders or attempted murders. Chicago, a federal indictment unsealed today, charges 13 alleged leader members and associates of the Wicked Town faction of the traveling Vice Lord street gang with participating in a criminal organization that murdered rivals and violently protected a drug dealing operation on the west side.
How can we change that? That's my whole. That's my whole thing. And the crazy part is, as much as the media will put it out there on these newspapers, in these magazines, on the news, you know, and run their name and make it seem like they some of the worst monsters in the world. Won't know. I mean, it's like we barely got anybody to step up and speak any good about it. You know, and take any of those names and try to clear it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like when it happens. I remember a situation happened where they ended up scooping up a bunch of brothers, man. Man, no lie, man. I'm talking about you start deleting pages and disassociating themselves so much instead of trying to support. And I understand. Don't get me wrong. You know, I understand. You know, at times it's time to disassociate when it's some negative, when it's some bullshit going on that you ain't supposed to be a part of, and you don't want to get. You know, you don't want to get tied into it. So I understand. I understand that. You know, but I still feel that it should be some kind of advocacy, something to help. You see what I'm saying? When brothers and sisters are sitting there, because ain't none of us no lawyers. They ain't went to school for no law. A lot of these young brothers, you know, man, half of them ain't even, you know, got no education. So it's like you know that they not gonna know nothing good to say about this and nothing good to say about that when it comes down to the law. So it's like, man, San Martin, they finna get threw away. And we deal with a lot of that stuff. A lot of guys, they just cop out because they end up copping out because they ain't got the sufficient amount of money to fight whatever the case is. They ain't got the money to fight whatever it is. And most of the time, whenever you cop out to something, man, you take the chance at getting a look at everything, man. Because man, when you take some things to trial, man, they gonna mess something up. But it's all about having a support team there to help you fight it, you know. And I don't know how one can be a part of with no form of support team. So you get what I'm saying? Where my brothers at? Where my brothers at?
Hey, Mighty. Let me sit prison reform. Hey, I remember a while back, I think I was probably about out a year, and I went to apply for AI, graphic artist to the Dallas graphic design, and the lady told me that to go to school is gonna cost me like almost $80,000. I was like, damn. So and then I'm like, man, that I was like $80,000 just to go to school. So for whatever reason, I started going through my trial transcripts. Right? I don't know why I went through them. I was going through them, and I saw. Then something just made me go look up how much it cost them to send me to trial. And man, ironically, coincidentally, that it cost my trial like $75,000 for me to. It cost them $75,000 to take me to trial, and I was like, well, damn, it cost them that much to incarcerate me. When they could have easily, as a young individual, they could have easily said, okay, hey, this is a skill that you have, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna help you harness that skill, and you're gonna part of your debt to society is this is what you're gonna do in return for your debt. Just like you do time, you have the debt to society. My point in saying that is this: is that there is no prison reform. I think we get delusional with the stuff. We look at the same system that's set up against us to be the same system to save us, and that's stupid, man. Like who does that? Naive people, people who don't understand the system. That's who does that. People who don't understand the system or don't know how to use the system to their benefit. One of the people or groups of people that learned that was the Irish. If you look back on the Can you hear, bro?
Yeah, I just sounded like somebody was trying to say something. So go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, the Irish were in the same situation, condition that black people was, but what they did is they used the system to fit them, to empower them. Black people, we fail to do that. Regardless of what organization we in, regardless of what name we under, it still affects us all across the board. We fail to do that. We fail to do that in the system and outside of the system. Okay, since we're talking about street tribes, what we fail to do is organize within and without. The brothers inside need us just as much as we need them. But because we lack organization, we lack structure, we lack political understanding of how to connect the dots and how to utilize the system to help us out. That's what we fail at. So we fall into these traps. You know what I'm saying? Now, all those indictments that them brothers got, do we say, well, shit, that's their fault? You know what I'm saying? They wasn't standing on what they supposed to be standing on. Well, we don't know their struggles. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really say that that's their fault because we really don't know their struggles. But we do understand that the system is not for us. The system is against us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we continue to play. We continue to play in a game that's designed against us because we fail to realize that the system is set up against us. the thing is, the best method we have, the best thing that we can do at this point is do exactly what we're doing, is to educate the people. Hopefully that we can educate enough brothers to understand how to connect the dots so that we can utilize those factors that are in the equation to empower ourselves. But in doing that, we gotta have a common ground, man. We got to come to a common understanding, and that's what the organization is for. Just because you're a folk, just because he's a vice lord, just because he's a crip, just because he's a blood, them are considered commonality, and them commonality need to find a common ground in order to erect some type of structure or resource system, network system that allows them to work in cohesion with each other to create, quote unquote, a prison reform. That if we truly care about the brothers that are incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? That we truly have a love for these brothers that are incarcerated, because a lot of these brothers that are incarcerated, they were doing things for the nation. You know what I'm saying? Now, it may not seem that we didn't directly benefit it, but we indirectly benefited from what they done, whether it was right or whether it was wrong. We indirectly benefited, and that indirect benefit comes in form of a grand respect for what you are. Because you can go probably anywhere and say, man, I'm VL. They go like, man, you vice for woo, this and that. Or, man, I'm folk. Man, you for woo. And you may not have done nothing to establish that respect, but there was somebody before you that done that. And gave you the opportunity to live and to be that. You know what I'm saying? So on that ground alone is why we should seek out and do the necessary things that require or that require us to organize in a manner that creates a reform for these brothers. Because when these brothers coming out, where do they go? You know what I'm saying? What do we have out here? What do we have? You join an organization to do better. I mean, that's the base. That's the underlying principle. To do better, because you meet up with people who think and understand like you. And within that thinking and understanding like you, y'all as a team can achieve more. You know what I'm saying? That's the underlying basic reason why we join an organization. So what is the purpose of being a part of an organization? And since we're speaking of prison reform, that you can reach out to the people who say that they're going to die for you or what you're going to die for, and to create a network system to help them brothers out. They need somewhere to go when they get out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's the brother that brought me in. He didn't have nowhere to go. He was out of Michigan. He didn't have nowhere to go to. So what I did, when I got out, I set it up to where he had somewhere to parole to. Not only that he had a job, that he had transportation. That's how we supposed to operate. I mean, that's the essence of I love that undying love for the nation. Is the individual. Is you do for the individual or the organization what you want done for yourself. So whatever situation you in, that's what you must do in return. You must do that in return. That is undying love. Right. But how do we create that system? You know what I'm saying? Are we most of us are not mature enough. Most of us are not organized enough. Most of us don't have the political or strategic understanding to organize in a fashion that's really needed. Now, I believe it takes a radical approach, and that radical approach is if something happens to a brother inside, then guess what? Then something needs to happen to one of them on the outside. Because all the other stuff is not working. Man, I did 17 years. That stuff, that reform don't work. It doesn't work. You go inside, you come. I went inside. I hate the law more than I hated when I went in. And because of what they do behind them closed doors, what they do behind them walls. You know what I'm saying? In the recent situation, what happened in Mississippi? About a year ago? I want to say the riots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a prime example. Yeah. That's a prime example. And the crazy thing about it is, I met some people. There was not a lot of brothers protesting that issue. I'm talking about brothers that it affected. It affected vice lords and disciples. I didn't see a lot of brothers protesting that issue, organizing for that issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you say we got undying love, I'm a nation, but yet you do nothing that nations do to protect their people? Fuck with China. Don't mess with China. Yeah, America's bad, but for every soldier that America got, China has 10. And my point is, they have something to protect their people.
Right. But you're right, though. You're right, bro. It was another issue that happened. Probably 5 months ago, where somebody ended up getting killed, and they just started snatching dudes up. Locking them down, threatening to send them out of state. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, dude ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing to do with nothing. So and they try to blame it. They try to blame it on the administration. They got this bill in play. They crying about parole. They crying about these laws for this and these laws for that. But it's like, shit, we gotta do something. We're gonna sit here and kicking your ass and just do nothing. It'd be killing me, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
How many people? How many Chinese that you know that's in prison, Orientals that you know that's in prison? When I was locked up, I probably seen 2 in my entire 17 years. I probably seen 2 in the state. I ain't never been to the feds. Probably more in the feds because of the nature of the crime. But I'm saying my point is, there's a certain group of people that's not in prison at a large rate. You know what I'm saying? Okay, blacks, we comprise 13% of America's population. That's what we comprise. But yeah, we make up 75% of the incarceration. So you're telling me we're the only people that commit crimes? No, we're not the only people that commit crimes. So why are we the only people why are we incarcerated at such a high rate? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it has to do that because a lot of that has to do with culture. First of all, we have the culture. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have a culture. We don't have anything to ground us. See, when we get into stuff like this, we looking at the symptoms. We got to get to the root of the problem. Everything we see, the drugs, the incarceration, is just a symptom of the problem. It's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? Drugs brothers hustling is a symptom of the problem. It is not the problem. Yes, a brother's gonna get out and do what he got to do to make a living, whether it's right or wrong. That's just the nature of survival. But the symptoms are deeper than that. The symptoms are deeper than that. These are just symptoms that we attack. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, continuously attacking the symptom, you're not solving the problem. We're not solving the problem. You know what I'm saying? And yet, when we do get into the problem, we all disagree because why? Because how we've been brought up, because how we think, because of what we've been taught, and so them factors kind of contradict the situation to where we cannot come together and congeal and create a system to where it protects us, like the Jews do it.
Yeah, the Jews are powerful, man. they powerful, man. But we are not the only people that don't care about, it's like we'll find every reason to divide instead of finding every reason to unite. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just goes back to what I was telling my sister, prison reform starts in the classroom. It starts in the daycare. It starts, as we raising up them shorties. I I was so proud when you seen the video that brother named had put in the chat with the little shorty, and he told he was fighting. You feel what I'm saying? That should make an individual proud when they see that. You feel what I'm saying? But he's being guided by a righteous representative, a righteous brother, a righteous elite that's raising them in the right fashion. We need that, man. That's where prison reform starts at. It starts before a person even know what prison is. You feel what I'm saying? We never even have to go there, you know. And going back to like our topic that'll be next week, and so on, so you know, about politics. You know, man, we gotta learn these different things here if we tend to change, make a change in the world, man. You know, like what you're saying about when ones come home, where they coming home to? Is he coming home to a job? A lot of dudes, I'm talking about, I've seen times where dudes really put in all kind of work for the they end up going to prison, or even if he in prison, I've seen dudes, man, damn near get killed up in here, you know, inside the walls, you know, to protect certain individuals and things of that nature there, man, go to the hole and won't get nothing. You know, catch a charge and won't nobody do nothing to help him and assist him. You know, I understand. Rambo damn near died, man, protecting one of the guys years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody do nothing for that man. That man sat there in the hole, man. Man, I don't think they gave him no time. But you know, it's just the principle that if we gonna nation build, if we gonna talk about being a nation, then we must be ready for those type of things, man. You know, that's just how I feel about that. And I like hearing you speak about it, because when you speak about it, you know, you always bring it back to the root of the whole problem, which is, you know, our culture, you know, and our existence of us being who we are as black men and women inside this stew pot. You feel what I'm saying? We and that's real. People can't get past that fact right there. For real, check both lines. Check the fan page, the main page we got over there, the Golden Star page, and the group, and see if we got any comments or anybody that's online. Because I ain't hear too many people get online. Want to see if anybody else had anything they want to implement on here.
It said, so there's a couple comments. One says, as soon as the brothers locked up, brothers disappear. And then we have one that says, why don't we have a national legal department?
Talking about that, that's why we don't have a national legal department? Check this out. We have, let's just do basic math. Man, there's over 3,000 vice lords. You mean to tell me, and we all recite the same basic principle across the board, whether there's a different word here, a different word there, the concept is still the same. Yet, you mean to tell we can't pull together and put $20 together to create to get a lawyer to represent the nation? That don't even make sense. But the problem is we don't see each other as a people. See, the problem. Amos Wilson said our biggest problem as a people is that we don't see each other as a people, and that stems from a moral misunderstanding of who we are as a people. So if I don't recognize you as my people, as my brother or my sister, then guess what? I'm looking at you either opposition or I'm looking at you as just my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't matter. We don't see each other as a people, so we're not going to pull together in a manner that requires okay, prime example, your brother. You know that this is your brother. Y'all fight, y'all argue, whatever the case is, but yet somebody do something to him, then what you finna, all your differences set aside, and y'all finna get down together. Why? Because you know, without a doubt, that this is my brother. Why? Because he came out the same womb that I came out of. So on a larger scale, that's where we fall at. That's what why is the homosexual community more powerful than some street brothers? Why? How is that? How is that possible? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they all understand that we are homosexuals and we are targeted. So therefore, we need to stick together, and whatever it's gonna take us to stick together, that's what we're gonna do, and mobilize our political resources to where it benefits us. That's why they're so powerful. That's why if you go on national TV and say something about a homosexual and you got a business, you will not have no business no more.
No more.
So you mean to tell me some dudes that we look down on have more power than individuals that say that they run the streets? So I'm a 5-star university elite. Well, I'm so and so and this and that, but you don't got no power whatsoever. You can't do anything. You can't affect no legislator. You can't affect no community. Matter of fact, I remember one brother asked the brother what was the brother doing. He said, "Oh, we getting the kids off the streets." I said, "So well, tell them to show you the facility and take you over there to the facility so you can see the kids." But he was just saying stuff to make it sound good. No power whatsoever. The homosexual community got more power than vice lords. How is that? That is crazy.
And establish it fast.
Yeah, within 10 years.
Fast. I'm talking about lawyers, doctors, judges. I'm talking about, man, you say something about them you want to on any social media outlet, your ass will get shut down. Your business ain't, man, you can fire somebody. I'm firing you because you a homosexual. Your business gonna get shut down. Man, that's respect.
Because why? They understand that there's one. They have one thing in common. They all are who they are, and based on that, that's what they're political. That's what they rally behind, because we're being attacked because we're different. Yep. And based on that being attacked because we're different, guess what happens? They cater to all. They cater to the emotions of all other individuals who are like that, and they rally them in.
Yep.
And they not only do they rally them in, once they rally them in, they make sure they are protected, they are secure. When one of them individuals feel that they're treated or discriminated against, man, look, I was riding. What was it? I was going. Me and my girl passed by a store one day, and it said, I think it said Pride Month. I can't remember. It said Pride Month, and this was a shoe store where Nike got all their shoes at, Reebok got all their shoes at. It was a shoe store, a household name shoe store, and they had this big old thing, Pride Month, in the window. And I took a picture of that, and I was like, man, it made to the common man. That may seem like, okay, that ain't nothing. They just got a picture on them. No, that means that's a statement.
Real talk.
That's a statement.
They're saying they support it. I support that. I encourage that. I back that up. Whoever the owner is of that store. Some people, no lie. Some people just support it and just get in. I ain't gonna say get in line, but just respect it just because they know one thing: you have no win. That's just how much power they got right now. You have no win. You support it, or your shit's gonna get shut down. I'm telling you, you can't, man. Yeah. So I'm saying, how does this connect with prison reform? I'm saying that because we have a countless number of young brothers or brothers, period, incarcerated. Yeah, they may have did a crime, whatever they did. Okay, whatever they pay and they do doing whatever they doing to correct themselves and build themselves, whatever the case is. But the fact of the matter is, because we do not see each other as a people, we have all the fly cliche, I am you and you're me, and mighty and all this other stuff, but yet we fail to incorporate it
in our thinking and in our demonstrations. We fail to do that. And how do we know that that's a truth? Because we see the results of it today.
You're right. And
The results of it today.
They sit, they sit and just basically just do nothing, and they slowly deteriorate, and that's a real serious problem.
How?
Brothers, a lot of times they get locked up. They get locked up, and by the time they get out, they don't have no formal resources and stuff because they done gave their all to the nation. You feel what I'm saying? They done gave their all to the nation. By the time they get out, they ain't got nothing to give back to them. You feel what I'm saying? And one's got to change that for the positive. You feel what I'm saying? That's the major thing. So going back to what the brother on the comment was saying, why they don't got a legal department and all, man, why it ain't no change, bro. The alone legal department. What we have to do. This is some of the beginning. The group that was made. The group that was made, the podcasters that's made, all of these different things. This is the beginning of a lot of change. You know what I'm saying? So as y'all come in here and y'all listen, I understand that a lot of y'all attention is not, it's kind of short, not as long or direct as what it may need to be or should be, so you might not hear the whole podcast. But, man, this is the beginning right here, man. We sit down, we speaking about stuff that brothers and sisters probably know and just ain't put out there. We speaking about things that, we know y'all probably want to hear and just waiting on somebody to just step up and speak it or waiting on somebody to start it so you can be a part of it. But the thing is, no movement can be a movement without participation. You see what I'm saying? We need y'all to ask questions. We need y'all to get involved. You feel we need a defense department or a legal department or something that help us build it. You see what I'm saying? Study what it takes for us to get it did, and let's get it. You feel what I'm saying? You feel we need help in any department, man, let's get it. Let's see if we can talk about it and get it did. That's what we about. As far as talking, on these podcasts, we do these things really just fishing, trying to find righteous brothers and sisters that's ready to help us build something new and something better. That's the whole point of this podcast. We ain't no talking ass. That ain't us that's on this call here. Just because we talking, we not them talking ass dudes. You know what I'm saying? We fishing. We are the fishers of men. You feel what I'm saying? Looking for other brothers and sisters that's looking to do other positive things and looking for other positive things to join and better the nation, man. So when y'all see these podcasts, because this is just one. We got a couple more that will be coming soon, real soon. And we got one for the sisters. We got a podcast that we about to crank up called The Almighty Garden. And we're gonna have some sisters on there, man, basically empowering the sisterhood, connecting and building the sisterhood up. Because, as we talk about prison reform, most of our strongest brothers are on the inside. Not saying it ain't no strong brothers out there on the outside. I'm just saying a lot of our strongest brothers are on the inside or just getting out or have gotten out. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to empower our sisters to be able to stand firm on their own when they need to. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why if you all got invited to the group or whatever, it's for that reason there. A lot of you, especially your sisters, to connect with the rest of the sisters that will be doing the show, to push the movement in a greater way. The same thing for the brothers, because we all have positive things going on. We got nonprofits and man, see, they be doing a lot of different events. A lot of the stuff that my organization do is online. You know, we got a few other brothers that do political things and a lot of other stuff, man. We just need more involvement, man. We need more participation. We need more support, you know, to spotlight and highlight different things that we have going on. We also have another show coming out called Lord Talk with my brother Samori. And what he'll be doing, he'll be interviewing leaders. He'll be interviewing businesses, you know, Vice Lord brothers and sisters that got businesses. He'll be you know, we'll be advertising brothers and sisters that got some positive good things going on to try to highlight the things that they're doing to show how much we appreciate them for standing on what they're supposed to be standing on anyway, where a whole lot of other brothers and sisters are fell short. You know, so it's all about supporting and showing appreciation and staying on what we're supposed to be staying on. You know, but man, do we got any more comments?
You have. We cannot undo the direct conflict street organizations pose to the Black church. That's what it says. We cannot undo the direct conflict street organizations pose to the Black church.
Power to the Black church. I couldn't hardly get it. Have you been checking both pages? You checked the Golden Star platform too. Has there been any comments over there?
Yeah, that I meant the like in the actual live.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It'd be a thread like okay.
It says someone said, "How can we unteach?" Unteach. You see what he was.
It's like your phone going on now.
Sorry. he said. He said, "How can we unteach?"
Oh, I'm gonna let Osiris get that one. I'm gonna let Osiris get that. Where you at, Chief? You might be muted, bro. I'm sorry, you know, well, I'm going to say, how can we unteach? I'm going to say, the only way that you could, it's not really, you don't never want to, unteach, but a lot of things can be, deprogrammed. You know, the organization that we are a part of, you know, it really needs to be reorganized and deprogrammed. The mental capacity of many of our members need to be, we need to deprogram them. And what I mean by deprogram them, you know, the way things have been going for the past 50 years or so, it's like, one have to understand that this 2022, it's finna be 2023. So you ain't finna be able to go stand in the park all the damn time, you know, palms up, toe to toe. You know, we got phones now. We got Zoom. We got conference calls. We got podcasts. We ain't gonna be able to do a lot of different things the way that we did it in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, you know, because this is the era of technology. You know, we got many computers in our hands. So it's like we have to grow and develop with our organization. Anything that don't grow and develop is dead. You know, so and right now, in my opinion, the nation has been deteriorating. It has been dying because it has not been growing. It has not been developing. And we could say it has been growing in the fashion of numbers because it's a whole lot of vice now. You see what I'm saying? But what I mean is growing and developing in the fashion of, you know, power, control, as the brother was saying, you know, being able to, you know, you step foot into place and tell a person, man, and the person acts like, what you is, man? I'm Vice Lord. powerful places. You know what I'm saying? The only way that they'll see you differently is if they done seen your work. You got many brothers, you got many lords that's doing some strong, positive stuff out there. You feel what I'm saying? But it's them that's doing that. So they'll look at the work that that individual is doing and hold that work in that man in regard. But a lot of times the things that we come with, it'll get looked at certain kinds of ways. You feel what I'm saying? And the ones that is breaking down those doors, you know, we go through a whole lot because we gotta go through the brothers that need to be deprogrammed, the brothers that's stuck in the 80s, the brothers that's stuck in the 70s, the old guys that don't want to sit down and just let the younger generation just, you know, blossom and bloom. These are the things that's holding us back nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say unteach, but a lot of our youth, I'm not even gonna say our youth, but a lot of our brothers and sisters from like the 80s and the 90s need to be deprogrammed. And they need to be deprogrammed because right now they are like the leaders of these 2000 babies. You know, and these 2000 babies are stuck on just, you know, it's whatever with them. You feel what I'm saying? So now, in order for us to do some positive stuff, it's like we damn near gotta disassociate ourselves from certain people and reestablish a whole new drawing. Just to say that, man, you know, we could be independent from doing that. You know, we over here doing this positive. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame that it's like that. But it is. If a person running for, let's say you was a vice lord running for president, he can't say that he a vice lord. You better not. You better not say you're a damn vice lord. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It'll be a powerful move to have a vice lord running for president or running for governor or running for mayor or running for, you know what I'm saying? But unless he really just got a strong, solid foundation, it ain't good. It's best sometimes to disassociate yourself from the immediate stuff that's going on. And I hate that, but it is what it is, because if you're righteous, you don't want to be associated with nothing that's negative. And if I'm wrong, you know, y'all tell me I'm wrong, but I don't feel I'm wrong because I'm righteous. I don't want to be associated with nothing that's negative. I don't want to be associated with nothing that's unrighteous. I don't care if you're a vice lord. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a vice lord. I would disassociate myself. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't feel it's impossible for our minds to be on the same cause. You feel what I'm saying? How is our mind for the same thing and you doing some completely other? No, hell no. It's impossible. So before we start wrapping up, any more comments or any our brothers that's online, y'all wanted to say anything before we just wrap the show up? Man, see, on side, Lord, y'all, any one of y'all want to say anything? Maria, we got any more comments? If not, I'm finna go ahead and any more. So I'm gonna say I want y'all to stay tuned in. Y'all have to. One of the main things is sharing the production. When y'all see the podcast, share them. You know, get involved as far as reaching out. You know, inboxing us, the administrators of the group. You know, also on the Golden Star podcast, that platform. You know, message that. You know, and just get involved and see how you all can help us in any kind of way. Better things. You know, like I said, we got a few more podcasts that's gonna be going real soon. And we just ask y'all to get involved, especially y'all sisters. Any entrepreneurs, any brothers or sisters that got some positive stuff going on, whether it's nonprofit, whether it's political, if you got a business, if you do music, whatever the case may be, man. You know, we here, we trying to support you and try to put you on one of the shows and let one see what you're doing on a larger scale. But if nobody else had anything else to say, this was a wonderful show. Our next show will be in a couple of weeks. Not this Friday coming up, but the Friday after that. We're gonna be discussing Vice Lord and politics, and basically we're gonna touch base on the power that be. You know, when it comes down to change, you can't talk about change without talking about legislation. It's real talk. You know, you either gonna talk about legislation or you're gonna talk about the revolution. One of the two. I'm down for either way you go. Just being always 100. But with all that being said and done, man, it's most definitely mighty, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Like I said, continue to share, continue to like, go to our YouTube page, the National Plus Coalition YouTube page, like and subscribe to the page, you know, so you'll be notified whenever we go live. Also go to the Golden Start podcast page on Facebook, you know, and like and follow that page so you'll be notified whenever we go live. And also participate a little bit more inside the group, ask questions, give comments, and things of that nature there, man. Get more involved, help the community, and help build the new nation. Peace, love, and unity to the multitude. I hope everybody had a blessed show, you know, and a blessed night, man. Peace and love, man. All right.